welcome to Lingua Musica, where music is the universal language. I'm your host, Joe Kendrick, here in the heart of the Southern Appalachians at Moonlight Mile Studio near Asheville, North Carolina, in front of a live audience. We're excited to kick off our new series with one of our favorite singer-songwriters, Dave Desmelik, who has released his 8th record recently, Instrumental Swim. And like the title suggests, it's an all-instrumental affair, which may have taken some of his fans by surprise, who have come to love his insightful lyrics, his memorable phrasing. He'll be performing tonight with his band. It's father and son duo Gary and Grady Wiley, and we also welcome to the interview portion of our show his longtime bandmate, Josh Gibbs. Thanks for being here, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, Joe, for having us.
Josh, Dave, I know you've been playing together a really long time, and Josh, I know that you would love to be up here tonight playing that lap steel, but you're a little bit dinged up.
I am a little bit dinged up, and I'm gonna miss it. But I'm kind of excited about being able to sit back and watch it for once and see what goes on. But I'd rather be playing.
So you were out there doing kamikaze dives off of your skateboard. Is that the story?
Most certainly. It was absolute. You should have seen me. It was awesome. Up to a point.
So Dave, I'd like to ask you how you conceived Instrumental Swim. Did you set out to make an instrumental record? How did it all come to be?
I did set out to make an instrumental record. I knew for years it's been in the back of my mind that it's something that I wanted to do, and a lot of these songs are older songs, and some of the songs are newer songs that I wrote specifically for this record, but it is something that I wanted to do for a long time, and I finally got to the point where I said, you know, I'm tired of thinking about it, and I've already got 7 records out there that are pretty lyrically driven, and so I want to make an instrumental record, and I did, and I'm very happy with it.
So I think you're working this towards soundtracks, documentaries. What are you doing with Instrumental Swim?
Well, I have been trying to get my feelers out there and push it to you know, video and movie and film people and documentary people, and I've had a little bit of response, and there is, in the works right now, is a couple of songs with actually a guy in Florida who does a fishing video series, deep sea fishing, so we'll see how that pans out. But it's, you know, again, I didn't set out with the intention of specifically marketing towards film and video industry people. I did it more selfishly for, you know, because it's something that I wanted to do.
tell me to get over, but I try not to feel. They want a little piece of the action, but I'm too stubborn. My girl, dressed up in sorrow, she's got that look in her eyes. She tries, break it on down for me, but I'm too stubborn. And there's something to be said for what you have. There's people in this world who'll never understand. Try hard, get back. This might be the last time we meet again. Anywhere you go easily, it's hard to leave it alone. So for now, just leave the bottle here, 'cause I'm too stubborn. There's something to be said for what you have. There's people in this world who'll never understand. Try hard, get back. This might be the last time that we meet again.
So, Dave, you, Josh, both have a lot that you balance. You've got your work life, family, musicians as well. Can you give us any advice, or can you speak to what you think someone can do to be successful in balancing all that in their life, like you?
I guess success is however you want to define it. For me, success is doing what you love to do and following your passion, I think. Now, financially successful is a whole different story, unfortunately, but that's part of it too, you know, it's a trade-off. And I think as with anything, hard work and tactful persistence and just being yourself and being real, I think in the end is what works the best. In my experience is what I found.
I want you here, here right now. Out it comes out. It's twisted up, leaves some doubts, but honestly and unknowingly, we can mislead it. Inside out and outside in. Don't bring me down. I try not to wear you thin. When times are good, there's good old times. It's there we stood, an open book of rhymes. But honestly and unknowingly, we might deceive. Soon or late, late or soon, I feel great. I'm hoping that you do too. We live and learn. We learn and live. What to take and when to give. Honestly and unknowingly, we sometimes believe. Thanks, y'all.
Talk about those lyrics, because Dave, you're one of the more positive people I know, and a lot of your songs, it seems like some of the material songs like, say for example, Cemetary or Thief, it seems like there's this sense of loss or this real melancholy that runs through a lot of them. Is that more of a character sketch? Is it coming from you? Where do you get that?
Well, Cemetary is a made-up story about a guy who, is at the end of his life. Now, that being said, a lot of what's going on lyrically in there is loosely based on my own experiences and myself, but it's not particularly about me. It's about a guy, in my mind at least. I think most artists that I've met, in truth, are pretty introvertive, and myself probably included. And I think when when I'm sitting to write a song or something is coming to me and I feel like I've got to sit down and write about something, it sometimes will come from not the most brightest of places, I guess. But that's okay. Everyone has their style of writing, and some people are pretty positive consistently, and some people aren't consistently, and some people are a mix of both. I hope, at least in a lot of these songs, that there is some positive to pull out of at the end of the songs. But I'm very lyrically driven. I love wordplay, and that's a great question, Joe. I'm not exactly sure how to answer that. A guy told me a long time ago in Flagstaff, Arizona, Brad Munns. I don't know where he is. I haven't heard his name in years or what he's doing. He was this older fella, kind of when I was getting started, and he said, no matter what you do, you write from your heart, son. I tend to keep my lyrics fairly vague sometimes, and that's kind of accidentally by design, maybe, if that makes sense. And I guess I'm totally cool and actually hopeful that the listener, if they're going to take the time to listen, which I hope they do, that they can kind of pull whatever they want out of those lyrics. It might mean something to me, sorry, microphone, might mean something totally different to me than to the listener, and that's okay. But if we can if I can make a connection, and the listener and I can have that connection through those lyrics, even if I never, ever, ever meet that person, that's still a connection, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
To my child, I want nothing for you except the best of whatever you choose, and all the strength to do what you do. Follow your heart, live out your own truth. To my wife, so full of pride, deep down she hurts, she keeps it inside. Now let go of those tears from your soft brown eyes. Move on with yourself and be satisfied. To my friends, there's not many around, but I never searched, always kept my head down. But there have been a few in this world that I've found, picked me up off the desolate ground. So if there's a God, then deliver me please, to heaven or hell, or what lies in between. 'Cause maybe you're real, though I've never believed. And when my time has come, you know where I'll be, till my spirit awaits in this cemetery. looking at the world. You're taking in the scene. There's always been a place inside of you and me. We're used to doing things. Sometimes those things are few. And we're used to hiding out. Aren't we like you? What you seek, then it will not think twice about building up your dreams and leaving in the night. There are times when you're young, when you know you're getting old, so you take a little chance at the risk of being bold. Replace the sun. You can't replace your youth. You can't replace the stars. There is no substitute.
Well, gentlemen, it's been great to have you on. Wish you all the best with your new record, Instrumental Swim.
Thank you. There's more to come.
It's wonderful to start off the series with you. We're here at Moonlight Mile Studio near Asheville, North Carolina. This is Lingua Musica, where music is the universal language. Until next time.